Hey everybody, welcome to the episode 36 pre-shoot, the live edition. I am Paul.
And I'm Aaron.
Yeah, so that's the hard part of the show apparently.
We
So,
got a hello from Ottawa from Christopher Lindsay.
Great.
We just
Hello
got
again.
another one, Westerner, Vancouver, Canada here. Hello,
Oh,
Vancouver.
wow.
I'm sorry for what's going to happen tomorrow, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're playing tomorrow in
Yeah, they are
Vancouver.
playing tomorrow, yeah, yeah.
Are you going to be at the game? Because that would be awesome.
It's in Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yep. That's going to wrap up the road trip. There's a delay, so they won't get it back to us yet. But
Who won't get back to us? Oh,
Vancouver.
gotcha,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, so lots of good stuff happening this week for the Sharks. Nothing really bad happening.
They went, well, since our last show,
Yeah.
4-0.
4-0. Yeah, since the last show, 4-0.
Yeah.
But since the 3-game losing streak that everyone was freaking out about, 5-game win streak.
Yeah.
And prior to the three-game losing streak, 7-game win streak. So in that span, 12-3.
Doesn't suck.
I'll take 4 wins to every 1 loss. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will be in Sharks gear at the game tomorrow night.
Oh, very cool.
Excellent. That's cool.
If you have a Sharks territory sign, you should totally do the whole thing when you take the picture with yourself in someone else's barn and then submit that. But yeah, if you have any like Fin Factor stickers or something like that, you should do that and take a
Can't ship to
picture.
Canada yet, so
What's
they
that?
don't have anything yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep
Working on that.
forgetting about that.
Working on
yeah. Get the mule.
that. The mule.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got something else going? Is there any comments, questions, anything you guys want to throw into there and have us just chat about or answer or whatever else? Let us know.
Here's the first one.
Beautiful.
What do you think Erik Karlsson's injury is? Because it must have been more serious missing all these games.
Yeah.
They keep saying it's not his ankle that he had surgery on. I don't know. I have a feeling it is.
That tells me almost that it is.
Yeah. Or maybe it's some other kind of injury. Maybe it's a sprain. Maybe it's something seems ankle related. I don't think it's serious. I think he'd be playing. Obviously, he played in the All-Star game. So I think if it was a playoff game, he'd play through the injury.
Yeah.
But because the Sharks are rolling and
Why rush him back?
right,
Right.
they're going to take their time with him
Yeah.
because they want him for the long run. It's not like the Sharks are fighting for a playoff spot. Sure, they're fighting for positioning, but they're not in that wild card position. So why risk it just to get a few more points in the standings, and he won't be healthy and he won't, get back to normal. So I'm fine with him sitting until he's feeling 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I made the comment today. I forget who I was talking to. I was like, doesn't make sense. Why bother bringing him back when he's 85% or 90%? Let him get 100% better, man, because, I mean, they're rolling right now.
Yeah.
I don't like to say that we don't need him, but we're winning without him, so I don't think there's a dire need to get him back in the lineup right away. If we were losing game after game, okay, maybe there's a different
bet you
story
he'd be
there.
jumping in the lineup if he was
Potentially.
if like the defense looked terrible in
Yeah.
the back, couldn't get the puck out, just I think he'd be
Yeah.
in there.
But speaking to the All-Star game, yeah, I'm still of the mind that it's not like he went out there and he barely skated and hurt himself farther, so that he was not going to be able to play in those further games. I think the games that he's missed has nothing to do with the fact that he was in the All-Star game. He was going to miss those games regardless. In the All-Star game, you could see he was being very ginger on it. He wasn't putting a whole lot of pressure on it in terms of his tight turning radius or anything like that. He was just being very chill out there. So, I mean, again, in my mind, skating for these guys is like walking for you and me, and as long as he's not putting 100% into it, he's not going to damage himself any further than he would already have been injured. So, I don't think the All-Star game had anything to do with furthering that injury.
Hello from Watsonville, home
Hey.
of the Strawberry, and no, I don't pick them.
Home of the Strawberry.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I don't think I knew.
I don't know
I
if
knew
that's-
there was a bunch of strawberries there, but I didn't know that there's their claim to fame.
Is that fact or sarcasm? I don't know if that's...
I don't know. It's Mr. Chango,
Okay.
which he's commented a lot before.
Well, let us know if it's actually the land of the strawberry. That's
Right.
kind of cool, I guess.
Something worried me about LeBank's hat trick. The lack of emotion in all 3 goals makes me think he knows something is going on, possibly aware that he might be traded. I don't think so. I think that's looking into it a little bit too much. I think that could be just the kind of guy he is a lot of these guys are humble. Like, look at Patrick Marleau. He barely cracked a smile for all the years he was here whenever he did anything. So
Vander Kane.
right, yeah. When
Scores a
Vander
goal.
Kane scores, when he gets an assist, he's like,
Yeah,
But when he
exactly, yeah.
scores, he just kind of.
Yeah.
It's just. I think that's just their attitude. I'm not worried about it. I'm not.
Yeah,
whatever.
I think maybe that might be looking into a bit. I can see where you're coming from. I will say this though: if you think, put it this way, if he scored that hat trick on home ice, with the crowd going berserk, I bet he cracks a smile.
Yeah,
I
true.
bet he's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when you're scoring your hat trick on the road, yeah, I mean, it feels good, don't get me wrong, but you really can't enjoy it as much when the whole crowd's not enjoying it with you. So maybe that might have been part of it. But I did notice that actually when he scored the goal, because I looked at the third goal he scored, and I just saw that he wasn't going berserk. And I'm going, that must not be the third goal. That must have been
First career hat trick.
yeah, that must have been the first or second goal. I'm looking at the wrong replay. And I'm like, no, that was the third. So, okay.
Ranger scouts have been at most of the Sharks games lately too.
That's cool.
Zuccarello?
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, whatever. There's tons of scouts at
Yeah.
lots of games.
But that doesn't mean that they're looking for LeBanc. That just means
Right.
they're out there scouting, and then they're potentially got something that.
I mean, they could be doing a West Coast trip, scouting all the teams too that the Sharks happen to be playing.
That's true. Yeah.
Because Edmonton's probably going to
Yeah.
be fire sailing.
that's true.
Well, I mean, not fire sailing, but
Unloading.
yeah, and yeah, whatever. Now that Pete DeBoer has split up Pickles and Braun, do you think Carlson? Sorry, they're doing it in all numbers. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Names. Carlson will pair with
Vlasic.
Vlasic or with. Oh my God,
Dylan.
Dylan. Thank you. When he comes back.
I don't know. I still think he pairs up with Dylan. I think this Heed thing with Vlasic is a temporary thing, and that Vlasic will end up going back with Braun, because why would you break up Dylan and Carlson now? See, it's funny. In the beginning of the season, they had Carlson and Vlasic together, and I was saying, why would you bother putting Carlson with Dylan? You know, he's learning how Vlasic plays. It's going to take time. They kind of sucked together at that time, but it just doesn't make sense, because now you have to start that chemistry all over again with somebody else, and it didn't make sense to me. They got rolling and it worked out. Okay, cool. Now those guys have gotten themselves figured out, and it took a while. But now they got themselves sorted out. Again, why mess with that chemistry? That's just how I take it. Now you can put him back with Vlasic, and if Vlasic is back at being healthy and playing well again, then it can only make Erik Karlsson that much better.
I'd like to see Carlson and Vlasic work together.
I would.
And if it doesn't work after, I don't know, 4 or 5 games, then go back to Carlson and Dylan.
Do we like the Dylan Braun pairing? Do we like that pairing? Maybe we do.
Not as much as Carlson.
I would rather
and Braun, or Carlson and Dylan.
I would rather see Vlasic and Braun paired back up again, because there's years and years of chemistry that's built between those two, and they are the shutdown defensive pair. Then you've got Carlson playing with Dylan, which we've seen work, and Dylan's plus minus is a testament to that.
Because he's Carlson.
He's with Carlson the whole time, but it's what I'm saying is it works. It's not like Dylan's bringing the pair down and they're scoring because Dylan's no good. It's they work well together, and of course, Bernsey and Schimmick, they're playing well together as well. So that could be 3 solid lines where everyone's built their chemistry and they're ready to rock. I think with Vlasic coming back and having his head clear and being healthy, that pairing with Braun could be a really good shutdown pairing again, and everything else just going to fall into place. That's how I see it.
Very happy with the way Vlasic has played since he returned. Really excited to see how the team plays when they're 100% healthy.
Yeah.
Agreed. LeBanc's just down playing his excitement. You see Kane do it all the time. But a young guy scoring his first career hat trick makes me wonder. Kane has been around a lot longer and fits his character more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I mean, he can't do anything about it. It's not like he has a no movement clause, so if he moves, he's gone.
Yeah.
Hello from Montana. Hello. That's a long ways away.
Montana.
That's cool.
Okay, I'm impressed. Montana?
Hello from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
That's another one I'm proud of.
Wow.
Wow. How are you guys finding out about us? 'Cause
Yeah, right? Yeah,
that's
let us know how you found
let
us.
us know how you're finding us, because that's really interesting, and I'd love for you to share with more of the folks in Montana and Arkansas.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
Oh, somebody lost the feed. Anyone else? Nobody else commented.
Okay.
How much of a steal is Hurdle's 5.4 a year looking
Yeah.
now that he's a top 6 forward all day
Yeah.
and is playing more elusive in elite hockey every day? It's fantastic, and I think that's a great gamble in a way by Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like 2 different ways you can do a contract. I mean, look at what Austin Matthews just did. He signed a 5-year, 6-year deal instead of an 8.
Yeah, 5-year, 11 something.
Right.
I
So
forget,
instead of signing an 8-year deal for $11 million, he did 5, So he's a free agent at 26, I think, when he's going to hit free agency. Prime time, just like Tavares last summer.
Yeah.
So if you look at some of the guys who signed, we were talking about this earlier in the week. Like Crosby signed, at the time he signed this contract
Max.
where he was pretty much maxed out, top of the league, and now it's like a bargain because that was $8 million, I think, at the time.
8 or 9, something like that. I forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
So these are the elite guys. Hurdle, though, he had.
Oh, and that was 12 years, by the way. Crosby's.
Oh, right, yeah.
It was 12 years.
Yeah, that was before they capped it
Yeah.
at 8. So Hurdle, for 4 years, I think it was kind of a bridge deal in a way. Kind of the Sharks saying, we know you haven't been healthy.
Yeah.
We know you're going to be good. Show us, kind of a show me deal.
Mm.
Do what you can do. And then, after 4 years, they're probably going to pay him a lot more
Yeah.
money. So it was also kind of a gamble for Hurdle to step up and so he can make more money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's a great deal. I think that helps the team.
What do you think Meyer's going to get paid? Considering
Somewhere
that he's cooled
between-
off a little bit and he hasn't had like a real big breakout year apart from just now.
It depends on what he does in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If he's a beast in the playoffs, his price is going to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
way
yeah.
up because he's going to be considered clutch.
What do you
So,
consider way up? Like 7 million,
let's
8
say
million, or-
let's say we go to the finals.
Yeah.
And he gets in 20 games he scores 18 points or something, like close to a point per game. I would think he would get closer to 7 or 8 million versus if he didn't do well in the playoffs, he'd be closer to like 5 or 6. Maybe more like Hurdle in a way.
Okay.
Or a little bit more maybe because he's younger.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
All right.
Now I got to catch up. Sorry.
Yeah, without Super Key Grip Joe here to take some of these. With
Is
the
Kevin
laptop.
Hayes coming to San Jose? I don't know.
Is he? I don't know. Would it be nice if he did? Could we use him in the lineup? Yeah, we could definitely use him in the lineup.
Depends on who we get rid of.
Yeah.
Would you take Hayes over LeBanc?
See, I don't know. I mean,
I think I would.
is he a better player?
I
Player
think
per
he's
player?
a
Yeah, probably.
Better two-way player.
You still got to integrate him into the system. That's the nice thing about Erik
Yeah.
Karlsson. We did that at the very beginning of the season, or we tried to. I mean, it took him a long time, but he's in now. You bring these guys in mid-season. They've been playing a certain system. Now they got to unlearn what they have learned, Yoda, and then plug themselves into this new lineup with new teammates, new system, new coaches, new everything. So is he a better player for player? Probably, but is it going to be any better for him to play with us than LeBanc that's already been integrated in the system and is a character guy, maybe not like a character guy, but he's known in the locker room already and everything. I mean, I don't know if I mess with that chemistry, That's just my thought on it.
Yeah. I don't know. But he's going to be like a third, fourth line guy, so it's not going to be like...
But Hayes?
Yeah. He wouldn't
That's
be in the
just
top
it.
6.
So no, that's just it. So you're going to swap out a third line guy
He's
for another
pretty much-
third line guy.
He's pretty much a PKer, I think.
Okay.
Or his role on the Sharks would be
Yeah.
more than somebody coming in and being on the power
What's
play.
our PK rated though?
I don't think it's as good as it has been.
No?
I don't know.
You're going to have to look that
it
one
up.
up. Somebody look that up. For me. What are we looking at in terms of PK? I thought we were still pretty good, but it could be wrong.
As far as the lack of LeBanc excitement, it was the boys' third game on the road. Definitely a tired bunch. True.
Fair.
What % chance would you put of a trade happening? I feel confident rolling with the team we got now, but I wouldn't mind adding more firepower. I don't think scoring's not the
Yeah,
issue.
there you go.
It's more of depth in case there's an injury. And we've been talking about this for weeks now. We think it's going to be more of a fourth line center, maybe a third line guy, somebody who can kind of bounce around there. I think more of a penalty killer type forward than anything, and an older veteran who's on the end of their contract.
Antoine
kind of
Vermette has retired. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. No, but I could definitely see that. And the nice thing about that is you play that guy, whoever it is, you play him on the third line. If you don't give up LeBanc in that deal, let's say you give prospects or something like that for a guy that you plug into your third, LeBanc can move down to the fourth and just make the fourth that much more dangerous.
I don't think he's good on the fourth
He's
line.
probably not very good on the fourth, but he is a dangerous player when he has the puck. He can be dangerous. The guy knows how to bring in the puck across the blue line. He's got pretty good hands, and he's trusted on the first power play unit most times.
The offense doesn't bother me.
It's the defensive side. No, I got that. Trust me.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If not for Melko Karlsson's separated shoulder now.
Is that what it was?
It looks like it was, yeah. I mean, as soon as he was getting up from the ice, I'm like,
So
that's a shoulder.
I mean, that's going to be weeks. Gone for weeks.
Yeah.
And that force now a trade to happen
And
sooner
and
than
that's
later.
actually a good point. Yeah, now that we have had an injury in a position where maybe we're looking to get a guy, maybe this forces our hand and we have to go get a guy sooner than later. I think you're right.
I don't think the Sharks should do anything at deadline. Remember Craig Rivet and Bill Guerin backfiring and giving up too much of the future. I don't think the Sharks would be giving up too much of the future for anything.
Yeah.
I think they're not gonna give up a roster player. They're not gonna give up a big prospect for anything. Like nothing at that time. Bill Guerin, I think, was still kind of considered a higher end scoring threat, like a top 6 forward, and I think Craig Rivet was like a top 4 defenseman.
Yeah.
Obviously they weren't, but.
I mean, hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say that it was a bad trade or a bad acquisition because at the time that's what these players were playing like, what they're known for, and again, it goes back to being able to integrate these people into your system. Maybe Craig Rivet was having a decent year. Maybe who's the other guy you said?
Bill Guerin.
Bill Guerin. Maybe he was having a decent year.
He was an
And-
elite right winger that I think at the time the Sharks needed somebody like
and so, okay, go out and get an elite right winger. Bill Guerin's an elite right winger. We got him. Okay, so you've crossed that off your list of things that you needed, and it just didn't work out. Like, I don't know that you necessarily blame the GM for that, or do you say, well, it was poor integration, or maybe the guy just didn't acclimate well to the new surroundings. I have a hard time saying that was the wrong move because he did get the thing that they were looking for. It just didn't pan out, right? So,
I mean, Bill Guerin, in the 16 games he played in the short season, had 8 goals and 1 assist.
Ooh.
I mean, a goal every other game.
Yeah.
But in the playoffs, he had 2 assists in 9 games. So, yeah,
Yeah.
he did great in the regular season. I think that's pretty decent. But, all right, we need to catch up here. I'm way behind. I agree we don't need a trading win. We just need to get healthy and happy, keep Vlasic and Braun together. I want the Sharks team to stay as is for the playoffs unless we keep roster players and move guys like Heed or Gambrell to bring in Zuccarello. If Doug can pull off a move to strengthen our team, he will do it. Doug has the green light to pull the trigger. Why does the bank sit every bench penalty? We've talked about this before.
The bench manager.
For one, he's not a penalty killer.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to have him out. There's no reason to not put him in the box because
Yeah.
he's not going to be killing any penalties, so he'd be sitting on the bench regardless. He has some elite talent on offense, so
He's
when
speedy, too.
and he's speedy. So he comes out of the box, you can look for a breakout pass for him, or he can skate off really fast to the bench,
Yeah.
and somebody else can come on.
Yeah.
So plus he's a rookie, or not a rookie, but he's a younger
He's
guy.
the younger guy.
So hey, meat, go take
Meat.
ride the pine. So they sent him over there. I'm from San Luis Obispo. I moved here a few years ago and followed most Sharks content and really enjoyed the podcast, so I subscribed. Thank you,
Cool.
Travis.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I miss EK65. I do too. 'Cause
Isn't that
he's
funny?
So much fun to watch.
You know what? That's the thing. It's like we were saying how it's noticeable when he's not out there, and so now obviously that means he's part of the team now. But it's funny because I caught myself the other day thinking like, okay, this is just our team, our defensive core, and then it hit me. I'm like, oh wait, we're missing an all-star defenseman.
Yeah.
it hit me like after the
Not
fact.
even an all-star, a Norris Trophy.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
defenseman.
the team is so good. I mean, we just had 4 or 5 wins straight after
Yeah.
the 3-game losing. We had like 4 or 5 wins straight in a row, right? And it's like we're doing this without this guy. And in my head, I was like, man, our defense looks pretty good. And then it clicked. Oh yeah,
It's going to get better.
we're missing probably
Yeah.
number 1 or number 2 best guy on the team on the blue line. And like when
Yeah.
he gets back and healthy, oh my god, this is
Yeah.
gonna be ridiculous. Yeah.
The guy from San Luis Obispo is the
Yeah.
one that moved to Montana. That's how he found us.
Okay.
I put it all together. Sorry,
Very
I'm a little
cool.
slow.
Very cool. Thanks.
Someone else is from Sloat too. Cool. I grew up in Arroyo Grande, born at Sierra Vista Hospital. Cool. Do you guys think Vlasic is back to normal? So far, he looks pretty good. Maybe I don't know what you consider normal.
I'm of the mindset that he's like 85%, 90%. He says he's back 100%. I think he's back. I mean, he's capable of playing 100%. I don't think he's fully healthy. I think all these guys, when they're coming back from an injury, they come back before they're actually 100% ready to go. They probably have some small lingering things,
Yeah.
but it's not going to keep them from playing. And I think especially for Vlasic, where he hasn't played very well, he's got a little something maybe he wants to prove. We've seen him having attitude with the media guys.
Yeah, and he needed that break too.
Yeah.
I think mentally, he
Yeah.
needed the break. Maybe even more than he needed it physically too because his shoulder
Yeah.
or his arm was
Yeah.
messed up. But I think it's good for him to get that mental break away from the game because I mean, think about how many games has he ever missed in his career.
Yeah.
He missed 1 year. He had a bad knee injury or something, and he was out for a while. But that's it really. So he's played a lot of minutes on the ice.
Did he
in the
play
last
like
couple years.
900 something games?
probably.
I thought he played like 900 something games. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I thought he's played a ton of games.
Timo Meyer could use a goal tomorrow. Yeah, he does. He could use. I mean, the thing with Timo, we've talked about this before too. With when Evander Kane was on a cold slump, is goal scorers go on dry spells and can't seem to buy a goal. And this happened to Evander Kane, I think, in November, and then in December he caught on fire and he hasn't really stopped.
Yeah.
So I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if Evander gets cold in a month, which would suck.
What was the stat? Was it he's had 13 goals since January 1st?
Evander Kane?
I think Evander Kane.
Yeah.
I think that was the stat. He had 13 goals since January 1st. And take into account that in the month of January we had the All-Star break, 10 days off.
Yeah.
And that we haven't been playing every single day. So, I mean, that's a lot of goals.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think Timo's going to do the same thing. And the good thing about Timo and the same thing with Evander was he was getting chances. Timo's still getting chances and he just can't quite bury it.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's not getting chances and not scoring. He's getting chances and just can't bury it. So I think it's going to come in bunches, and I think he's going to explode.
Yeah.
Kind of. I still think he's going to get the 30 goals. I bet Evander could flirt with 40 now. If he keeps his pace up, he will. But I think Timo's going to be okay. He just needs to get out of the rut.
So you're saying we need to have Pavelski goal watch and Kane goal watch?
Maybe.
Yeah. We do
200 penalty minutes.
Kane goal
or 40
watch,
goals.
Kane penalty watch.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Whichever comes
Our
first.
editor is going to love that.
There you go. That's a good
Our
question.
producer.
If he hits 40 goals and if he hits 200 penalty minutes,
He won't
which
hit
will
200
he hit
penalty
first?
minutes. He won't hit 200.
I don't know.
I mean, he barely got to 100 more than halfway past through the season, unless he
he
gets
hasn't
some
fought that much.
misconducts. Right?
Yeah.
If he gets some misconducts,
Yeah.
maybe. But I don't see it.
We'll play Calgary one more time.
Did anyone else cry when Meyer rifled the puck off the crossbar last night? Guy deserves to be up 25 goals with Kane and Hurdle. Yeah, I think it'll come.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets a hat trick and he's only a couple goals away from those guys.
So, and the funny thing is, you look at Erik Karlsson. What DeBoer was saying is he's getting his chances. It's just a matter of time before it goes in. It's not like he sucks out there. He's just not showing up on the stat sheet, right? Same thing with Meyer. It's not like he sucks out there. He's just not showing up on the stat sheet right now because he's not be able to bury him.
Yeah.
Once he gets that nailed down, yeah, he's just gonna pick right back up where he left off.
Anyone else say James Neal loses chiclets? Nasty slow mode. Yeah, that was
Ugh.
last night, I
didn't
think,
see
against
that.
Vancouver. He took a high stick and it was in slow mode. You can see him coming out.
They go like this.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Just dirty. Yeah. I discovered you guys on Shark subreddit, but could be mistaken.
Oh, cool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Good. It's working. With Melker Karlsson out for a while, possibly who gets called up from the AHL? Whoops, that just disappeared. Wait,
Good
there might
question.
be more. Hold on. Oh, that's it. Who gets called up from the AHL? Well, Dylan Gambrell was already called up.
He's
and
already
played.
up. Chartier probably comes up.
Maybe Chartier, maybe
Somella, but
Radil gets back in the lineup.
yeah, we're looking back. Oh, that's right. Good.
He's out.
Yeah.
I think they're going to want a bigger body, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see Radil.
See, and the funny
Come
thing
back.
is, we look at Radil, and does Radil bring that much to the defensive side? He's big.
Yeah.
Is he a defensively responsible player?
Radil?
You can play him on the fourth line. It seems to be working out. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I
they
mean?
could shuffle things around again.
Yeah.
Okay, where did I leave off? I hope they bridge Meyer and gives us more wiggle room cap-wise.
Yeah.
Hello from Coolowee, North Carolina. Wow.
Okay.
Jack Frost coming in from NC.
Okay. So if you're not from around here, and someone said that they heard about us when they were in San Luis Obispo and they moved to Montana.
Yeah.
So if you're not from around here, here being San Jose, how are you hearing about us? Because we're interested in knowing where we're getting our audience from. We love it.
It's curious.
So,
It's kind of cool.
yeah, just kind of curious.
Hello. Oh, I said that. That's true, but when Kane comes in late, we went deep in the playoffs minus the Vegas. Yeah. Jeff Skinner, a possibility if he doesn't re-up with Buffalo and they miss the playoffs.
Skinner?
Buffalo, I bet Skinner stays because he's having a career year in Buffalo and he's playing on the top
I
line.
think he likes playing with Eichel.
Yeah, I don't think they would trade him either. Buffalo's still kind of on the cusp as far as they know. It'll be too close for them to just at the deadline be like, we're not going to go
Yeah.
for it. So I think they'll turn it around. We're tied for 8th in PK at 82.1%.
Okay, so we have dropped, but I mean, still.
Yeah, dropped because we were number 2 last season.
Yeah.
If Melker Karlsson is out month to month, should the Sharks trade for a defensive forward or just have Radil Gambrell as regulars?
But we think that Sharks should probably trade for a defensive forward anyway.
Right, because then when Melker comes back, they just have depth.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we've been saying this before Carlson was hurt.
Yeah.
That's what they were going to do. Suamelo is a potential call-up. Yeah, what about Skinner? I know we need to fill a slot for Melker Carlson, but aren't we deep enough for the playoffs?
You're not going to fill Carlson's spot with Skinner.
Well, the Sharks are second in scoring in the league, and
Yeah.
we don't need to up our scoring. We need to
button
shore up
down
the
defensive side, because I thought I saw a stat where we scoring 4.5 goals per game, but we're also letting in 4 goals per game.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
The
So
average is-
I think if we knock the 4 goals per game down,
Which did you read the Vlasic article?
no. Oh yeah. I saw
At
that.
the end,
Yeah.
He was like, "Well, I've been back, and we haven't let in more than 2 goals, so
Yeah. Figure it out.
yeah." I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
Skinner won't happen. Buffalo's going to keep him, and they could potentially be a dud like he was in Carolina. I don't know. Could we also appreciate the type of player that Kane has become under our organization?
Yes.
Was very impressed with how he carried himself in the high-tension game in Calgary. Yes, he is
Very true.
fantastic, and I think the league looks stupid in a way for not going after themselves, other GMs. I think Doug Wilson got another steal.
Yeah.
Not quite the steal of Thornton or even
Yeah.
Carlson, but
Yeah.
definitely top 3 trade in his career. Doug Wilson.
No,
for
that's a great one.
Hall of
Yeah.
Fame.
Well, and and the thing is, again, we gave up a first. I'm sorry. The guy that I'm going to draft 25th, 26th, 27th, or whatever it is overall, hopefully 31st overall, the guy that I'm going to draft in that position is not going to be Evander Kane.
No.
He's not going to be the player that he is.
No.
So I'm totally fine giving up a first for an Evander Kane in his prime. Even if that means we don't have that player for as long, he's not going to be as good. So I'm cool with that.
By the way, we have 52 people on right now.
Hey! Hi, 52 people.
Do you guys have a favorite jersey variant for the Sharks?
Oh.
I like those warm-ups they wore the other day.
Oh, yeah, I know you did.
They have the
yeah, that patch.
this one.
Yeah.
This patch, the
The fin.
circle
fin. With
fin.
the fins. Yeah,
the
yeah.
original, the OG. I think that was
You thought it was a little
fantastic.
too big, but
I would make it a little bit smaller.
Okay,
I like, if you look at Columbus's, I think their third jersey or their old third jersey. To me, well, I'm a soccer player, so I come
Sure,
from
yeah.
like the soccer patch, kind of the shield or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
I think making it look like a shield and putting like San Jose, like what Columbus did with that circle thing, I think would
Okay.
be awesome. So of the real Sharks jerseys that are available, I think I like the new black one the best.
The game worns, you mean? The ones that were
Right,
actually playing
the
them.
new, what do they call it?
Oh, the stealth.
stealth
Yeah, you like the
jerseys.
stealth
I like
ones.
the stealth one.
Yeah.
I like them when seeing them up close. It's impressive, the detail
Yeah.
that's in it.
No, I bought one. The day
yeah,
of. The
yeah.
day it was the Fan Fest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it called Fan Fest? Yeah, it was.
Fest,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I day of, I just went over. Hey, I need one of those, and just picked one up. And I love them. They're awesome. Still, I think probably my favorite, like I said, is this one here. But I don't know. There's so many of them that are just they're so good, you know. So I'm happy with a lot of them. I do like some of the weird ones that they wear, like the Army Night one, the
warm-up ones.
yeah, like the warm up stuff. I'm sorry, military appreciation one
You
was
like the
awesome.
Valentine's Day ones.
Valentine's Day ones are cool. Yeah, the St. Patty's Day one is actually
Oh,
pretty
those are
cool
pretty
too, where
cool.
they give like it was like Mick Marlowe or something like that or
Yeah,
whatever it was, you know.
Mick
but-
everything.
Yeah, exactly. Or like O Pavelski.
Mick McLaren.
Yeah, Mick McLaren, nice. But those ones are fun, and of course the Hockey Fights Cancer. I bought one of those as well this season. I actually bought a couple of jerseys this season. I didn't quite realize that I did that, but
Is anyone concerned about Carlson maybe throwing off the current team is having on this run? They continue. No, he's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players on the Sharks. You're going to want your best players on your team.
and the sad thing is when he comes back, eventually they're going to lose, and someone's going to go, see, right?
Yeah, imagine he
It's-
comes back and they lose. It's
Yeah, if he comes back and
Yeah.
they lose the game, I mean, everyone's going, oh, trade Carlson. No, guys, no.
Alright, I'm
You know what? The
falling
thing
behind. I
is,
gotta catch
again, we can talk about the regular season, the win-loss records during the regular season. Come playoffs, you're going to want this guy on your team. Okay, he's going to bring that puck up and through the neutral zone. He's going to create plays. He's going to do all the right things, even defensively. He's phenomenal defensively. We've seen a lot of times with a smaller body, he's able to out-muscle guys, use his stick to get the puck out of corners, and he always seems to come out with it. And you're going to want that. So whether we win or lose because he comes back during the regular season, I'm not too concerned. I know he's a better option for our team than Tim Heed is or whatever.
yeah.
Right? So I mean, to think otherwise is kind of ludicrous.
Yeah,
I understand there's a chemistry thing there,
I'm
but
just asking, would you not replace Tim Heed with Erik Karlsson?
yeah, that's essentially what you're asking. And let's go back again. We say, well, if it's a chemistry thing, well, let's not forget he had chemistry with Brendan Dillon before he got injured. So there's not like you're bringing in like a free agent in the middle of the season like we just talked about.
And also remember, the Sharks aren't going to win out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
They're going to have some losses. So
Right.
it's not like he's coming back a day before playoffs or a game before playoffs. He's coming back weeks, months before playoffs. So whatever chemistry is there and they're on their streak right now, it's going to end up changing anyway. So I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I see Doug trading for Zach Kassian to bring in some grit for the fourth line, especially against Vegas and Winnipeg.
I hate Zach Kassian, but I'd want him on my team.
I don't see it, though.
I don't see it because it's in Edmonton.
No,
That's part of it for me. I don't think
just-
Edmonton wants anything to do with us.
It's more of I don't see Kassian as a good fit, even for the fourth line. He's slower.
I can see it.
I think they want...
Slower is no longer an argument to me.
No, but for the fourth line, you want speedier, grittier. I mean, gritty, he's gritty, but...
Zach Kassian has beaten us plenty of times.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but the slow argument it just doesn't work for me anymore.
It's not that I don't want him.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Sharks would go after him. Partially because he's
Sure.
on Edmonton, partially because I don't think that's the kind of player that they want.
I could see him joining that fourth line and being a destructive force for this team. I don't think, in terms of being slow, I don't put as much weight into that. When that's your argument, is that they're slow. Joe
look up
Thornton
real
is
quick.
slow. Joe Pavelski is slow. I mean, Thornton's on pace. He's doing great with a third line, and he's killing it out there. Pavelski's leading the team in goals, and he's slow.
Cassian's 28. He's making $1.9 million, and he's signed through next season. So we'd have him for this year.
$1.9 million.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah, I mean, that's Melker Karlsson money, isn't it? $2 million. So you'd have $4 million short up on your fourth line if you were to do that, which
It's a bit much.
for two players. Then you need a third player. So yeah, it's a bit much, but I don't know. I think he's the type of player that would still fit in.
Melker's at 2, and Goudreau's at 9.
Goudreau
Next year
should
will
be
be at
low.
925.
Yeah.
His extension.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are we gonna end up playing Vegas or not? If the Sharks win the division, then not the first round, but the second round, it's either going to be Calgary or Vegas,
Right.
which would be preferable for them to play each other in the first round.
And if we took first, we'd probably play who, like St. Louis.
Whoever makes a wild card, because
Yeah.
it keeps changing every day. Yeah. So
But that's the point, is the guys that are taking the wild positions they're not playing,
right.
So I'd much rather go up against one of those teams than go up against Calgary or Vegas.
Yeah.
So
Someone found us on the Sharks subreddit. I found you guys when I was already in Montana. Pretty simple. Put Sharks podcast in the YouTube search bar.
there you go.
Cool. If we don't end up trading LeBanc, what is the likelihood of us re-signing LeBanc? I think they're still good.
Yeah.
I think if they can, they'll probably get him for cheap. I
Yeah.
would imagine. And he's an RFA,
Mhm.
not a UFA.
Yeah, we own the rights to him, so it's not like he's going to go anywhere.
Let me see. Yeah, he's an RFA.
He would have to get offer sheeted and us accepting just to go ahead and take him.
Right. So I think they'd sign him.
Yeah.
It also depends on if Karlsson signs, if Pavelski signed, how much room they
See,
got.
I don't know. I don't see the need to unload LeBanc. Everyone, he sucks.
He's turning it around.
Yeah, he scored a hat trick and then he had his sixth
His
goal prior
offense
to
was
that.
never the
but-
problem.
Yeah,
It was-
sure.
Yeah.
But if my point is, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna unload LeBanc, you're gonna have to get equal or better. Otherwise, why unload him, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking for somebody who's a little more defensive, you're not gonna play him on the fourth line.
Right.
You're gonna
Yeah.
play him as your third line guy. He's gonna be a little more defensive, but he's gonna have to bring the same offensive punch.
Third line
Otherwise,
guy
why
and
unload
a power
him?
play specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my point. Is otherwise why unload LeBanc, right?
Because they can.
Sure. It's not costing you anything, right?
So 2 people came across this from the recommended video section on YouTube. That's cool.
Oh wow. Okay.
I found the show after the Karlsson trade, and I was losing my mind. That was our best
So did we.
video.
Yeah. Episode 13. If you want to go back
Yeah.
and watch us losing our minds.
I'm from Portland, Oregon area. You guys popped up on my YouTube
cool.
recommendation list.
Nice.
3.63 goals for and 3.07 goals against is the Sharks' averages.
Oh, really?
That's what somebody said. That
Oh,
could
you
be
know
for
what?
the season.
It must have been for over a certain span.
Probably the last month.
Yeah, it was
Or
probably
since
over
January.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Tampa Bay third jersey? It is so bad.
No,
This year? I don't think
did
I've seen
not.
this year's.
I did not see it. No, I'm sure he's gonna go look it up now.
I need to see how
Yeah.
ugly this is. 2019?
I don't know if we have it popping up on the screen or not, but the super chat is also available if you guys want to help support the show. Also, of course, the hats, the shirts, stickers. We still have the sugar daddy stuff up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's the sugar daddy sticker pack if you really have money burning a hole in your pocket.
That's it.
But yeah, so if you guys want to support the show monetarily, we would absolutely appreciate it.
And I'm done looking. Sorry.
Okay, good.
That
You can do
fucked us
that
up.
by visiting the shop or by using the super chat. Is it horrible? What
Third
is it?
behind. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Third behind Tampa Bay and Calgary in goals for, well, middle of the pack and 15th in goals against. But that's getting better.
Yeah.
We have Vlasic back. Carlson come back. I think like we've been saying, the Sharks are gonna close down the hatch.
Yeah.
I think coming down towards the end of the season and into playoffs, and we've seen the Sharks creating offense by defense.
That's the big thing. And we heard Logan say this, when they were playing not so great. They were playing pretty bad for a while there. And Logan was getting really upset. And he was taking some of the post-game interviews. And he was saying, that's one of the things that we need to get through our heads is that through good defense, you'll generate good offense. We don't need to try to push and get ourselves out of position and then fall behind defensively. All these odd man breaks going the other direction.
Yeah.
We need to play stout defense. We'll recover the puck. And when we do, we have possession. We will bring the puck in. And that's going to create our offense. So I think he's 100% right on that. And again, a guy like Erik Karlsson back there, he's going to retrieve pucks and he's going to help us get back up through that zone.
The goals against have been improving, 25th or something just last week. Didn't Randy say the Sharks are 23-0 and allowing 2 or less? It was actually Brody that said it.
Yeah, something.
Or I
I'm
saw
sure
Brody
all of
say
them said it. Yeah.
Defense will be key in playoffs. So Pickles is back. Team defensive is better. Team defense is better. What can we still be lacking? What can we still be lacking to lower those 4 goals against average?
It's team defense is getting better, but that's because Vlasic is back on the back end. Again, what we're talking about where there's that trade potential is a defensively minded forward. It's not just the defense that's better. It needs to be the team defense. Forwards still play defense in the defensive zone. So I think that's one of the things that they'd be looking for is a guy who can just be really responsible with his 200-foot game. If we can find that and he can be integrated into the system quickly, good luck stopping us. I mean, that's just me.
Here's a good question. Who's better, peak Thornton or peak Erik Karlsson?
Whoa.
I'm going to say Erik Karlsson.
Who's better? In what sense?
Our argument
a
couple weeks ago.
Making the team better?
Karlsson versus Tavares. I think it's the same argument.
Yeah.
Karlsson would be on the ice a lot longer than Thornton would. Thornton helps his line and those defensive guys on his line better.
True.
Karlsson sees more different forwards and makes them better. So I think he has a bigger impact on the game because he gets more minutes. He sees more players and helps more than 3 players get better. He's going to help 9 or 12 forwards get better.
Yeah.
Whereas Thornton would make maybe 6 guys better, power play and his line, if they were different. So I think Pete Karlsson's better than Thornton. I mean, obviously the numbers aren't going to be the same. It's different comparing a center versus
Well, okay,
a
so
defenseman.
let's put it this way. I'm not going to say Karlsson's better than Thornton. What I am going to say is Karlsson is more valuable to the team, I think, than Thornton would be.
Right.
Right? Is that fair to say?
I
Because
mean, Karlsson took Ottawa to the finals.
Yeah, but I'm saying Karlsson makes his defensive partner better,
Right.
but he also makes all the other 4 lines better, whereas Thornton may make any of those defensive pairings better, but he's only making his 1 forward good better.
Thornton didn't drag the Sharks to the finals. Karlsson definitely dragged the
That's true.
Senators to
That's
the
true.
finals.
Yeah.
And that goes to show how big of an impact he has on
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, I think a strong puck-moving defenseman like that, a strong offensively minded, responsible defenseman is going to be just more valuable to a team than any forward, really.
Cassian has speed and skill, 4th liner, low cost. I agree. Oilers wouldn't give Hinton division rival. Pretty sure Cassian hates the Sharks. Yeah.
I
I don't think Cassian's going to care because he's not going to have a say in the matter.
Yeah.
He's going to get traded. He's traded, and then even if he hates the Sharks, he'll be a Shark. So a lot of times that happens. If they have some bad blood in the room,
Yeah.
if they have a past history with anybody, they go right up to him and shake hands and say, what happened on the ice stays on the ice. Who cares? We're teammates now. So I'm not worried about that. I don't think that would ruin anything. I'm just looking. He does not have a no movement clause, so he can get traded.
Yeah.
And he has no say. But it's hard trading within a division. You don't see that very often. And Edmonton is still very much in the race, even though they've been sucking the last.
I think even if you have a no movement clause and you're in Edmonton,
and you get
don't you think maybe you want to waive that?
I'd want to get out of Edmonton.
I think I'd probably want to waive that.
What was it, negative 50? There,
The goal differential?
No, temperature.
Oh, okay. The temperature.
Can Thornton pass Yzerman this season in assists? The way he's playing right now,
How far off is he from Yzerman now?
I don't know, but the way he's playing, he's almost a point every was it like 0.75?
See, and again, let's go back to it. He's the third line now, right? And he's creating that mismatch. That's why we're seeing so many points, I think, is because he's playing against other teams' third lines.
What we've been saying since the beginning of the season is that's where the Sharks are going to do well in the playoffs, and why their top team is the depth that they have on that third line, especially, is going to create mismatches. And in the news this week, who was it? Couture said it. Is that who said it?
Said what?
Or is it Thornton saying that the third line is the one that's gonna, I think it was Couture.
It's not gonna be Thornton saying that. Yeah,
your top two lines cancel each other out. It's your third and fourth lines that win series in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's why I think the Sharks have a big advantage.
See, and again, if a team is dumb enough to play their second or first line against the Joe Thornton line, that means you're opening up the other two lines to play against one of their third lines, and their third line can't match up with our third line, let alone our first or second. So,
LeBanc has a lot of points this season. No need to get rid of him. I hate Cassian so much. I would be upset if he were a deal.
Everyone said that about Rafi Torres, and then Torres scored on Jonathan Quick in the shootout, and everybody loved him. So whatever.
Found you guys while searching for Eric videos at the train.
Oh, cool.
Cool. Do you guys think Burns can hit 90 points this season?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he could. I think it's ridiculous what he can do, especially at, was he 33, 34?
No.
How old's Burns?
He's 31, isn't he? I think he's 31.
33.
He is, really?
Yeah, he's 33.
No way.
Yep.
Wow.
So, it's amazing what he's
that
doing
is
at his
amazing,
age.
yeah.
I think right now Bobby Orr retired kind of early. I think he was 31 or 32, so he's already doing what Bobby Orr was doing when Bobby Orr was retired. So at his age, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oops. The Lightning had stealth jerseys, but they are whack. I like the Lightning stealth jersey, black and gray. They were cool. Hard to read the numbers, but cool. Threw Cassian's name out there for one or two purposes. Ryan Reeves for Vegas and Lowry for Winnipeg. Don't want either player to take liberties against the Sharks' top six in playoffs.
You know what? I think Evander Kane is enough of a deterrent that we don't need to bring in a goon.
We don't need an enforcer anymore.
The thing is, Zach Kassian, I don't see him as like an enforcer. I've seen him make good plays especially against the Sharks, and especially in the playoffs. So, I mean, I think he's one of those guys that he's known as a bruiser, but he actually does have quite a bit of skill underneath all of that. So, I wouldn't mind him being on there. I wouldn't pick him up specifically as a deterrent because I think we already have that.
All right, I'm going to just blow through these quick.
Do you see like Thornton? 1 minute left here.
Yeah, do you see Thornton working for the Sharks in some way after retiring like that? Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's staying in San Jose.
Absolutely.
I said this on the last published video. The Sharks, like the A's, are historically a top-notch second-half team. We've been saying the same thing. Sharks are looking like they're going to make a run for the first in the West. I think so, too. Yeah. I think Calgary might... I think I talked about this before. Calgary kind of has a goaltender problem. We saw it in the game where Rittich got pulled after 2 goals.
Mike Smith
and
mouthing
Smith
off
came in. Yeah. So
first shot, first goal.
I think that's their kind of Achilles in terms of Tampa has horrible jersey. Far too many silly cough ups. Neutral zone. It's cleaning up, but we can expect our. I tried and failed to send the link to Tampa's their jersey. That's fine. Prediction: Tampa pays 500 hockey in March, and the Sharks go on a crazy win streak to catch them for the President's Trophy. No. I don't really care about the President's Trophy.
I could see the crazy win streak, but I don't see them going tanking at the latter half of the season.
I just there's other teams like Winnipeg or Nashville or
We're 1 point behind Winnipeg.
I know, but I don't really care about the President's Trophy. We
No,
won
that's
it
fine.
once.
I'm just saying, do you think it's possible or plausible?
Possible?
Let's say.
You need too many factors to go into
Yeah.
it, so I'd say no.
And we will explore more of that next time. So, hey, guys, that's the end of the live show. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was awesome taking your questions. Thank you for letting us know where you're calling in from, I guess. I don't know, logging in from? What do you call it?
Typing?
Typing in from? Sure, why not?
Finding us too?
Finding
Yeah,
us, yeah,
great.
and letting us know where you guys are finding us. That's pretty awesome. Please do share our link or whatever with our show with the people that are out there in Montana and Arkansas and Ottawa and Vancouver and where else were they coming from?
Did you say Ottawa?
I think I said everything, yeah. So, and San Jose. So, really help us grow. That'd be great. And do visit the shop. We would appreciate some pictures of other people wearing our merch other than us.
Right.
So, very cool. Again, thanks for tuning in. We're going to get to recording our show,
Yep.
and we'll have that out for you guys tomorrow.
Yep. So
Very good.
check out our episode 36 tomorrow morning, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.